Move over, kids. Hey, how are you? Something big happened. Nintendo this week. If you didn't know or are living under a rock or don't pay attention to my channel at all, it's Smash Brothers week. Oh, man, it's been great. We got to just talk about that. But there's a lot of other things that happened. The VGA Awards happened. There was, I guess, an upset. And I know EPS 5000 is really upset because I guess Spider-Man got completely shut out. And I think it's a little hard for me to say that it's because I haven't really played it, but I've watched it, you know, so I could tell that it should have won something, I would think. But really, I just want to talk Smash Brothers, and I don't know, David, have you ever like heard of this game, Smash Brothers, before? Like, is this new to you?
It rings a bell.
Have you slept?
I have slept since then, yeah.
Okay, good. Well, this is David right here with Sock Puppet Parody. He's the arms. And this is William with Intellivisionaries. I totally had that. So, what's up, guys? How are you? Devin won't be joining us today. No sick fiance this time. I think he has a state test he has to go to in regards to be certified to be a nurse. I believe that's what he is. I believe he's a nurse. I'm not 100% sure. He's at least something in the that realm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah, he's an RN.
RN. Okay, I don't even know what is that. Resident nurse? Is that what it stands for?
Registered nurse.
Registered nurse. Okay, well, I think maybe he's just been an N and now he's about to become an RN because he's doing some kind of state test to get registered for something. Anyways, who cares about that? I want to talk Smash Brothers. Can we just get right into that? Like, initial thoughts. Let's let William go first because I think he's sandwiched in between two big Smash Brothers fans. I don't know how big of a fan you are, William.
Yeah, I'm having a blast with it. I'm actually trying to go through classic mode, unlocking every character.
Yep.
And I'm to the point where some characters are just starting to kick my butt.
Yep. Hey, guys, I just want to also stay real quick. Okay, so I was not this channel, this podcast, no leaks, no rumors were allowed. I did not personally look at anything. Every time I got a whiff that somebody was about to drop a leak, I just banned that channel or whatever. But if you haven't played Smash Brothers, it's all fair game now. It's out in the wild for the public. We're just going to be talking Smash Brothers. So if you have not bought the game and do not want to hear any spoilers, no hard feelings, don't watch today's podcast. Just don't watch it, and because I got to talk about it. I'm not going to wait to 2020 to talk about this. So have a good day if that's you, and I'll see you next week. And enjoy Smash Brothers because it's awesome. Awesome. I will give you 1 minute to leave. Well, I'll just change the subject real quick. How about the VGAs, David? Did you watch them? Do you agree that God of War should have got the Video Game of the Year award?
Yeah, personally that was my pick. My heart told me God of War, but my logic told me that Red Dead was gonna get it. But
I almost thought Red Dead or maybe Spider-Man.
But God of War had a really kind of like a second hurrah with this game, and I think it was well deserved, and I'm glad it got it.
The
award goes to boy.
Yeah, that was the best part when I guess the quote unquote dad and the quote unquote son of God of War were up there at one point, and he said, "Read the award, boy," and it was just like perfect. That dude straight up he literally sounds like Kratos, no matter what, any time of day, any time of year. It seems like.
Yeah. No, I was at a Smash tournament during the VGA, so I had to go back and watch highlights.
Okay, yeah, so I felt this is my own doing, so this is actually not a commentary on the VGA Awards because it's more, well, what'd you expect? It's kind of like when I see somebody come to a Nintendo product or a Mario Party game and say, well, the solo mode sucked, and so therefore the whole game sucks. Nah, you kind of had your expectations for a solo mode. I don't know why. But I was watching the VGA Awards, and I was kind of bored, but that's only because I'm mostly a Nintendo person, and there wasn't a lot up for Nintendo this year around. And I'm not even saying that that's I'm not even saying that that was like a crime, because I guess Nintendo didn't really have that much stuff that could compete for the high-end awards. But Reggie had said something's going to happen with Smash Brothers, so I was hoping for like a 10-minute presentation. And then the Nintendo part came in so late in the show that I just felt like, I was like kind of just like, come on. So that was my own fault. But that I did watch the Video Game Awards, and the only reason why was for Nintendo's like.
I was at the midnight release for Smash, and one of the guys that I was hanging out with was watching the awards on his phone.
Oh yeah.
So I was off doing something else. I had my phone charging in another part of the store, and then all of a sudden, I hear him all excited about the announcement. Are we going to drop that on the show, or are we considering that one a spoiler?
Yeah, can we talk DLC, or...
Yeah. Okay, so this is your last warning. If it has been officially announced by Nintendo already, it's up for grabs. So you got 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you are not disconnected right now, we're about to talk spoilers. The Joker.
Oh, not the Joker, but simply.
Oh yeah,
Joker.
A Joker. I don't know. I gotta say, let me steal this joke actually. So, where's Batman? Because we've got the Joker now, and we even have Robin in Smash Brothers. Where's Batman?
Nice.
My first thought was, if I remember right, I think one of the villains from the Klonoa series is called Joker. So that was one of my first thoughts, and then I thought, wait, is there a villain in the Kirby series named Joker?
I straight up thought for a second the actual Joker.
You're talking about the Squeak Squad leader, right?
Probably, yeah.
He's the mouse with that kind of... He's got like a... almost like... I wouldn't call it a fedora, but kind of a fancy hat.
Yeah. I think I know which one you're talking about. I couldn't remember if there was one called Joker there. I guess there is.
Well, I would not be surprised if the Fire Emblem series has a guy named Wayne or something. Maybe we can bridge, because they have a bunch of odd names too, and
as long as Wayne has a sword, he has a good shot at getting in.
No, but it was perfect timing because I left the tournament at 10:30 Central Time, and actually that's like right when they announced the Joker for Smash. I was driving. So I left my GameStop tournament at 10:30, and I was driving towards Best Buy because that's where I reserved this guy right here.
Ooh, look at that, baby.
And yeah, it's shiny.
Did you get the coin?
I did. All my pre-order rewards are downstairs. I have 2 posters. I have a pin.
I got a pin too at GameStop.
Yeah,
they didn't have enough for everyone.
I got those because I had to pre-order the game to enter the tournament, which I'm going to cancel because I have it already. And by the way, I made it to losers bracket semifinals. So,
nice.
Yeah, it was. I'm not making excuses, but I did have, I would say, kind of unfair advantage, or they did, because they pitted everyone 1v1, but with me, they put me in a group of 3.
Oh,
and so, as I was wailing on someone just cheap shotted me. So
yeah, that's a little. I mean, I do that when I find the alpha male. I find the weakest person, and whenever the alpha male starts fighting that weakest person, I will attack the alpha male because I am not. I said I'm one of the biggest fans of Smash Bros., but I am by far not the greatest player.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun though. I made some friends, and I got a bunch of friend codes, so I should be busy for a while when it comes to Smash.
Yeah, I did. I'm gonna do some kind of review. I don't know. I hesitated from doing, because I did like 10 Smash Brothers videos last week or something. I wanted to give a little bit of a breather for the subscribers, and also I just, there's almost nothing to say about this game. It had high expectations, and thus far it's lived up to them. that's pretty much the review. I'm sure there'll be one or two disappointed people out there, but hey, they're going to be on Twitter and they needed something to complain about this morning anyways. But, like, man, this game is just so solid. Absolutely solid. And William said earlier how, like, that's the best way to get your characters, to just play classic mode. I actually I thought it was going to be World of Light. And so I played World of Light for a bunch, and I actually really enjoyed it. I live streamed it for like 3 hours. I really enjoyed it, more so than I thought. And it
People say the versus mode is a little faster, but I'm just having fun with the classic mode. I actually have the list of when characters show up, like depending on who you pick and which characters are unlocked in which order.
Oh, it's not
with those
random?
characters. It's not random.
Can you tell me how to get Peach then? Because I really want Peach.
Yeah, let me see here.
I thought by doing Mario I'd get Peach, but then I think Mario unlocked Bowser. Maybe I don't know who's the
So this is going to be an interesting conversation. Just if I could quickly say about unlocking characters, because my cousins are in the other room right now, and they're still kind of waking up, but we partied a lot last night, and unlocking characters with the dynamic of having people with you is, I think, very different than if you're by yourself. Yeah. And I'll get into it, but I'll let William get on the Peach thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it right now. I grabbed a different list, and okay, there it is. So the way it's done, every character from the initial 8 has like a group of 8 or so characters they can unlock. So, for instance, like if you pick Mario, the next character is going to unlock is Sonic.
Okay.
Now you can play as Mario again, and it'll go to Bayonetta. But if you play as Sonic, it's going to go to Bayonetta. So, and then when you have Bayonetta, if you play as Bayonetta or Sonic or Mario, the next one you're going to get is Little Mac.
Oh, okay. Hopefully
so that's how
watching for that, because Devin was like, how do I get Little Mac? I was like, dude, I don't know.
Yeah. So apparently Mario's list is Sonic, Bayonetta, Little Mac, Ike, Luigi, Roy, Dr. Mario, and Olimar.
Olimar's weird.
If you want Peach, she's the third unlock from Fox.
Fox, okay.
So I Fox, Captain Falcon, Zero Suit Samus, then Peach.
So if I play Fox 8 times in a row, I'll get 8 characters.
Yeah. So after Peach is Falco, Daisy, Bowser Jr., Wolf, and Mewtwo.
Okay. I'm looking at some of the comments right now. Controllers. Hey, Nick from Greece. Tony asked, what controllers am I using? Well, you know what? I've tried all 3, actually. I tried the Pro controller. I tried the
I'm using my Pro.
Yep. Let's see. Is that a Smash one or just a regular?
No, it's just a regular one. Do they have the Smash one outside of the
As far as I know, no.
We didn't get any at work, so.
So you probably not then. Maybe it'll come out eventually, but right now, no.
Here's that lanyard.
And where is that from?
I got that at GameStop.
Okay.
Along with the pin.
I need the pin still, but I hope I get that pin. Thus far, I'm using the GameCube controller, though. I've got the adapter. I'm using the GameCube controller. There's something about that giant A button that is just nice. I'm getting old. I need to be able to see my buttons. And that A button's just nice and green. I tried Then I started thinking to myself, maybe I should try the Joy-Cons more. That way I can play, handheld. Because that will be... So I tried that, and I tried doing it in handheld a little more, and... I'll tell you what, in handheld it was a little... I got lost a little more, and maybe I just need to play more so I can get used to going from a 50-inch TV to a good-sized screen for a handheld, but still considerably smaller than a 50-inch screen.
Yeah. Now, for me, it's GameCube or bust, but...
I just can't find my adapter right now.
Yeah. I over this whole week was like preparation for Smash Week. Monday I ordered 3 new GameCube controllers from California. Nice. They're about. This is not an ad or anything, but it is a to let you guys know that there are really good quality um, reproductions of controllers for like $8-9 free shipping. Um, they're from California, but I bought 3 of those.
Where'd you buy?
And
Are they good? If they're good, just I mean, I don't care. You can say it. I mean, it is
Yeah,
it's a review.
they're really good. I didn't want my this is no offense to them, but I didn't want my cousins using my new Smash controller. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna treat them because they've stuck with me in Smash for over 20 years, and so I bought them brand new GameCube controllers, a green one, a red one, and a silver one. They do, I think it's like cast molding or something, and they make all kinds of colors. It's really, really nice, and they look exactly like the ones from 20 years ago. And then I went to Target and I bought another adapter and the GameCube controller, the Smash one. And I just had everything prepped up for. We threw a party last night. My sister and I went. We got a bunch of snacks at Target and just kind of had a little just a cozy evening, man.
So did you get to see the display they had with the signs with the Smash characters on it?
No, when I went yesterday, I was really just concerned with food, but I remember what you said though. I need to go check it out. Hopefully they don't take it down.
Yeah, it's just a pain in the butt to try to get those signs. Even for me, it's tough to get them working there.
Yeah.
I managed to get a few of them.
When do they start taking the promo items down?
I'm not quite sure. It's usually when they start getting new stuff in. But I mean, you can see in the background there's a Star Wars sign over there.
I don't see the Star Wars.
With Kylo Ren, he's right down here.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of the signs that we had on the side of one of the displays when the movie came out.
I am Paradox. Sorry, I can't stay for the stream this weekend. I'm actually going to a friend's house to play the game for hours on end right now. Dude, if I had a choice between watching the stream and playing Smash Brothers with a friend, I would choose Smash Brothers with a friend any day of the week. Paradox, just go have yourself a good old time. We're going to be talking about it today, though, so you might want to catch us later if you can, but man.
And Ken, are you hearing any sound in the background? Because Nick's saying he hears something in the background.
I don't. How about anybody else of the of people who are watching? Tony?
I think Christian just mentioned that in the beginning of the chat. He says he hears a buzzing noise, but...
Yeah, Nick said he hears a sound, but I know every once in a while I keep hearing what sounds like the smoke alarm chirp.
I'm hearing nothing.
I think that's on his end, but
Paradox says I
it's weird.
Sound too.
That's odd. I have a ringing in one of my ears too. So, but that I'm wondering if it's just below that.
Yeah, I hear it too. There is a staticky sound. What the heck? How come we can't hear it, but everybody else can?
I don't. Well, we got our headphones on. It's going through a different setting probably.
Yeah, static and lagging a little. The lag, that's weird.
I've had the lag every once in a while. I mean, I'm not watching the stream at the moment. I get it off to the side.
I'm watching the stream, but I have it on mute. Hang on.
Oh yeah, I just stick it over to the side. I keep it off, so the
Maybe we're all in maybe we're all in a delusion. We're in a deception right now.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, so hang on a second. Well, David, why don't you talk to us while I try to figure out the problem, because we're all slowly losing it. Yeah, I think I've lost it, Paradox. Talk to us about that experience while I try to see about my static. The static has to be on my end. It must be pumping through somehow, but I don't know, because it's just weird that me and David and William can't hear it. But so talk to us about that experience while I fix the static, about being by yourself and finding a reveal character and being with people. Because I know what you're talking about. When you're with people and you see that Challenger's approaching sign, talk about that.
Yeah. So I wanted to find the best way to unlock characters, because I kind of wanted to my goal was to have everybody unlocked before my cousins got here, so that they have more of a roster to choose from. So I was playing. I was like, okay, maybe it's the story mode, maybe it's World of Light. Maybe if I just kind of grind through it, and in my head I'm like quickly grind through it, but that's not the case. Then maybe I could unlock some characters, and I think I managed to unlock maybe like 10. I had 10 total, so I think you start with 5 initially.
And then initially. Oh, you mean in the World of Light? You mean?
In the in your standard versus mode, it's I think.
I didn't check versus, but in the classic mode, it's 8.
Yeah, and versus, I think it's just Link, Mario, Donkey Kong, Pikachu, and Fox, and it's just 5. But so I start doing that, and I get busy with the party planning and stuff, and I just gave them an impressive 10 people to play with. But as we go along, we start every maybe like 5-6 fights, we get challenged by a new challenger, and if it's one of our mains, or if it's a character that we take a liking to, then we get all hyped up, we start screaming, and it's just so exciting, because the person who won gets to beat that character. And those character challenges are not as easy as they were in the past. Isabelle gave us a run for our money 3 separate times.
The character that's been giving me problems has been Pac-Man and Daisy. Oh, there we go. Static's fixed. Paradox just said the static's gone.
Hey guys, I figured out the static. Thank you guys for letting us know. That is huge. You guys wouldn't believe how, sorry to interrupt, I was kind of listening, actually, even, but,
I couldn't even tell you had your headphones on at first. I was more focused on everything else.
Yeah, I'm just, like, so thankful that you guys are willing to tell us stuff. I was, like, and I'm sorry to interrupt, I just want to make sure everyone knows this. I was doing, like, during the VGAs, I came on real quick to be like, oh my gosh, here's Reggie, let me do a live reaction of just that 5 minutes. And, well, my audio was just like, you couldn't hear me, so I just ended up pretty much deleting that video, unfortunately. But it's just like, it's really good that you guys, when you hear stuff like that, don't ever feel you're complaining. Please. It will help me in the long run to just nip that stuff in the bud, even if it's on air. So let's continue with the conversation. Thank you, Paradox and Nick and Christian for letting us know, and Tony. So go on.
Yeah, so I think, last night we were playing, and a lot of my cousins' mains were popping up, and they were just getting really, really excited, and we were just yelling. And I was telling William that Isabelle has given us a run for our money 3 different times.
Yeah, Isabelle.
We were not able to beat her 3 different times, and King Dedede was pretty tough too. But I'm glad to hear that. What is it? I'm glad to hear classic mode is the ideal way to unlock.
It's not so much ideal; it's just how I'm doing it. I'm sure there's faster ways.
No, actually, what I'm seeing, it's ideal.
Yeah, because World of Light is not a cakewalk. You can't just like run through it. So
no, and I kept waiting for the characters done. Like, yeah, I tried to. I was 3 hours in. And I just started, like, just dying left and right. I was like, crap, I'm going to need to treat this like an RPG and not space emissary, subspace emissary, because this is an RPG, I mean, in the sense of, yeah, you're just walking the board maybe to get to the next, you choose 1 of 3 battles, but then you have to level up your character in a way to beat what is next. And that is like, seriously, after 3 hours, I was like, I need to start figuring this out. So I wasted a lot of time thinking that it was going to be kind of a cakewalk. I did play on hard, though, but I still thought it was going to be a cakewalk. I mean, this is a fighting game, not an RPG.
yeah. No, I found that Charizard, there was a Charizard that was giving me just so much trouble. And then I started letting the game pick my spirits for me, the auto pick,
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't want to, because I wanted to get these characters fasted. I didn't want to delve into the technicality too much because it was just going to take up more time. So, but this Charizard was just giving me so much trouble. He had the curry on, so he was like spitting flames, and he was big, and literally he would like one shot, two shot me, and it was so frustrating because I was like, man, these guys are not easy.
No, they definitely are not. Paradox asked a great question. Is it true World of Light gets boring slash repetitive after like 30 minutes? I can see why people would think that. After 3 hours and a half, no. I was still really engaged. I was kind of like, I was suffering from like video game fatigue because I woke up at 7, started playing and all this stuff, and I had kids next to me, and I was kind of streaming also. And streaming does, I'm not saying it's definitely not the hardest work in the world, but, you know, when you're trying to do a bunch of certain things, it can be a little. So, you know, after 3.5 hours, I did want to take a break, but I personally had a great time with it, but I also love RPGs. I would be interested, like, if you could compare, if you've played Subspace Emissary, which isn't, like, by far the greatest game in the world, but it is a really cool game nonetheless because of all the characters and how it's developed and the fact that they threw in such a weird oddity of a game inside a fighting game. Now, I would be interested in comparing that to Subspace Emissary and seeing what people think. Can anybody do that comparison right there? Because this is more of an RPG than anything. So if you're not with fighting in it, I mean, it's not turn-based fighting, but it is you fight your people, and it might be I'm fighting Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong is going to be huge, and he has a fire flower also. So it's like you're not really facing Donkey Kong, you're facing the spirit,
Hmm.
but in Donkey Kong's body with Donkey Kong's moves. So it's
Hmm.
like it's kind of weird. But could anyone do the comparison between Subspace from the Wii Brawl and World of Light?
Yeah, I mean, it's a Subspace was like a true, I would say, a side-scrolling platformer. You're really just going from left to right, and you're fighting different enemies, and you're getting cutscenes here and there, and you're fighting bosses, which personally I prefer more. Platformers naturally speak to me. This one's different. I can see why people would say, yeah, it's repetitive, but I mean, it's one fight after the other, but they vary. There's enough differentiality where you could be like, okay, that last fight is different from this fight. You can't just like run in there and just willy nilly take them out the same way. You gotta, some of them you kind of have to be super defensive because, like I said, I got one shot by a Charizard, and it was so frustrating. But it's a lot of fun. I think we're probably maybe 20 characters deep right now, and the fact that there's 70 something,
Yeah.
wow, like I don't know if we're gonna I don't know if we're gonna get them all this weekend, to be honest.
I was gonna
Yeah.
grab my system real quick to show how many characters I have unlocked, but I don't know if I can.
Yeah, if you dive into classic mode, you'll unlock a bunch. But now that I know that it's just like repetitive, because I did the instead of doing Mario twice, I did okay. I got Mario. Now I'll be Sonic. I thought I basically had to be the next character. I still might do that just for the fun of it, because it's like I don't know. This game is just we're not gonna get another. We're not going to get another Smash Brothers for a very long time, so you can only have one first experience with it. So you might as well just get the most out of it. I get it though. I'm gonna steamroll Fox so I can get to date or Peach. But Paradox saying I loved Subspace, but I have heard World of Light isn't as enjoyable or something. I guess there's more of a get right into it feel with World of Light, where in Subspace had more of a story with 50 minutes of cutscenes. Yeah, I have not really seen any cutscenes. The story, pretty much your story, is all in that trailer. And as of right now, I don't know. I have not gotten too far in.
So here's who I have unlocked so far.
Oh, Peach.
on mine. Yeah, just from classic mode.
Let's see.
That-
Pretty good so far.
Yeah. No, I think the my favorite way of unlocking characters is definitely because there's this I was watching some pro players say that there's like this if you're playing versus mode, there's like this algorithm to how much you jump, how high you jump, how much you run to dictate what character you're going to get next or whatever or there's like this pattern and I think that's the best for now because my cousins are over. I can't just play classic mode by myself.
Yeah.
Unless you can, but you can play with others. But
And if you're playing classic mode and you get to the challenger and you don't beat them, on the screen on the corner over here, there'll be a little door.
Yeah.
And you go to that door and it goes to a challenger rematch.
Yeah, it's a rematch and it's on Games and More tab. But it only appears once in a while. You can't just like repeatedly challenge them if you let's say you challenge them once, you lose, you can't challenge them right away. You kind of have to do something else. You got to play something else and then
but I did have a couple characters banked of losing them. So I went for one character, didn't get them, and then it let me do the challenge again, and it was the other character I didn't have yet that I had lost to.
Yeah, it's this game. If you want to talk about it technically, Ken, the game is so much fun. I think it is probably like the culmination of Smash. I don't know how they can top it off from there. Fourside is currently my favorite stage. It's beautiful. It's like Melee HD. Like you've got skyscrapers and that UFO that comes down. It's like it actually looks like Gotham City. It's so cool.
Yeah, I here 1 second. So right there, we talked about earlier. This was sent from Tony Cook. He shows that you can buy the Ultimate Pro controller by itself. So you do not have to get the bundle if you're just in the market for the controller, and that's what it is. That was sent to me by Tony Cook. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, I don't see, I didn't see how they could really top Ocarina of Time, and then they did. I didn't see how they could top Wind Waker, and then it took them about a decade, but they did with Breath of the Wild. I don't see how they're going to top Smash Brothers Ultimate, to tell you the truth. And after I saw Brawl, because I'm a big Melee fan. So when I saw Brawl, I wasn't as huge of a fan with Brawl. I thought it was just too slow, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, okay, Melee is just going to be the best. And then the Wii U version came out, and I thought that was a great sequel because I still thought Melee was better, but I could tell that it was almost there. I put the Wii U version right underneath Melee. So I was like, okay, yeah, there's no way Melee's just going to be the peak of the series. But now that Ultimate came out, I'm hesitant to say after 24 hours that this is the best Smash Brothers of all time, but don't be surprised if in 365 days I come back and say, this is the best Smash Brothers of all time. You know what I mean? This is just like a solid game, and on all fronts. And yeah, maybe World of Light's not going to be better than Subspace Emissary, but the fact of the matter is, it's better than the solo mode in Melee and better than the solo mode in Wii U because they weren't there. And
this is one where people can honestly they can't say they removed my main.
Yeah, that too.
Everyone's in.
Yeah, I just can't believe the amount of content that we have, how refined all the characters play. Like you can't just, I know there are tier lists popping up online, but you just can't put together a list of characters that are like top tier, S tier yet. I don't, in my opinion.
Yeah, have we found any quote unquote broken characters? And when I say broken, I mean a character who is so overpowered that it's almost unfair for a good player to be them in a competition.
I can't speak for that yet, like I mentioned, but I will say I'm having a lot of fun with King K. Rool. the way he plays. It's so much fun. Ken, do you
I
have
haven't
him
had a chance to unlock him yet.
I do have King K. Rool.
Oh, I unlocked him. I unlocked him. I just haven't had a chance to play him, I should say.
Mhm.
Yeah,
He's-
I did play him. I am enjoying. I mean, after the leaks, the real ones, I finally think Sakurai had a point and was valid in not wanting to make more cutscenes because they'd be upload and used to spoil the game. That's a good point. You know, why make so many cutscenes if you're gonna spoil them anyways for us? I like that one. I played King K. Rool. Why do you like him? I didn't like how he just falls. He just falls flat on you, and it just took me too long to get up with him. But I mean, that's just me right now. I'm still trying to figure out who I should play, who, what, when, where, how. Why are you a fan of King K. Rool?
I think how animated he is.
Yeah, he is.
His animation is. They really spent a lot of time on him. I like his character skins, but he just feels a lot of. I don't want to say fluid, because he's not a nimble, jumpy character like Mario or Pikachu, but he does feel like he has his own like groove to him, and it's a lot of fun. His character, he has a drop kick just like Bowser, but there's no way that you could say he's a clone of any kind or an echo. So, because it feels like King K. Rool's drop kick as opposed to Bowser's drop kick. So.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm really impressed with. Sakurai seemed to have gone. I even did a video on this, but I had limited it to only Incineroar and the Piranha Plant on how different they are. Here is a series that could have literally been a port. It could have just been a straight up port of the Wii U version, and it still would have sold like crazy. I mean, look at Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That's the second best selling, if not the best selling game on the Switch, and that's a port. I think they could have just ported this game over, added a couple downloadable characters, and called it a day. So Sakurai could have just clocked in, clocked out, and I was saying how the Piranha Plant and Incineroar are such unique characters that he had to go to the drawing board with them. You have a professional wrestler, basically, in the form of a Pokemon, and then a Piranha Plant who I don't think it's so unique that it's impossible to say, yeah, that's a clone of the Ice Climbers or something like that. But then I started thinking after I did the video, well, I bet if you think about Ink Girl, she's kind of a from-scratch character as well. And after playing Simon, he's kind of a from-scratch player. Like, I don't see him anywhere. And what you're saying about King K. Rool kind of feels the same way too. Maybe he has a drop kick also, but he has that musket. You can shoot a giant bullet, and then you can suck the people into the musket and shoot them. He has like a helicopter jetpack or something for his up A or up B. He has some moves that are similar to other people, but yeah, he seems to be, if not from scratch, almost from scratch. He's like, Sakurai bought the bottom of the pie crust and he made everything else. You know, it's just this dude could have cashed it in and he didn't. And the clones that he did do were very logical. Ken with Ryu, Richter with Simon, very logical clones. So it's just crazy. What I agree with you 100% with King K. Rool just being very unique to King K. Rool, his own character, and more respect to Sakurai.
And more respect to him, always respect to him. But how much taste he has, how broad his taste of characters are, because there were some character challenges last night where my cousins were like, "Who the heck is that guy?" So I really appreciate the game for kind of broadening horizons.
Were they aware of what additional characters were added to the game prior to playing it? Was there anyone you went to unlock and they were like, "Wait, he's in it or she's in it"?
I think they weren't so happy about Isabelle, and they weren't extremely elated whenever she was kicking all of our butts. Because my cousin who challenged her first just happened to beat us on a whim. He just won, and we're like, wow, he actually pulled it off, and then he was challenged by Isabel. We're like, dude, if you lose to her, we were just kind of playing around. We're like, if you lose to her, we can't have you as a part of our family. And I think we jinxed him because he got just absolutely destroyed. I was like, is this a level 9? And it was so comical because he picked like this. I think he picked Bowser, this menacing character,
this huge guy versus this little cute puppy dog.
And I think he underestimated her, and he just got from like 20% straight up to 120%, and she just used her fishing rod and like threw him off the stage. It was so funny. It was like,
I want to try her. So I did online yesterday. I actually did online, and I did it at 2 times in the day. I went online, and I did an arena with some of my old school friends from Michigan that we used to just melee it up. And I did it at around, I think, 5 o'clock, and then I did it again at around 9 o'clock. And I'll tell you what, there was lag at 5 o'clock. Like, it was dropping frames and stuff. But it was perfect, absolutely perfect at 9 o'clock. So, if you're having problems online, don't start complaining for like a week. If you could just give Nintendo a little bit, Nintendo's aware.
You do have people going, well, I pay for the online now, so this should be perfect.
Yeah, just give them a week. Let's just give Nintendo 1 week before we kind of start complaining, because they are painfully aware of this. The whole reason the online probably came out this year was because they said Smash was coming out. I bet online wouldn't have even came out this year if it wasn't for Smash Brothers. So, by 4 hours in, I was having perfect streams. Perfect streams. So, don't, and you gotta remember, it's the new shiny toy. It's Smash Brothers. If there 10 million people bought Smash Brothers, 9.8 million of them were online at some point yesterday. So let's just cut Nintendo a little slack there. And even in the battles that I did have lag in, one time the lag did cause me a death, I would say. But other than that, the lag was just more of an inconvenience. But again, 4 hours later, playing with more people, because when I did at 5 o'clock, I only played with 1. So when I played again at 9 o'clock with 2 in a specialized arena, no lag whatsoever. So I think Nintendo will get this under control. They're just working big time. All right, their servers are. They should have done a beta. I agree there. I think they should have, to try to push the system to the limit, but they didn't. And now it's getting pushed to the limit. So just give them a moment or two.
I'd even say, like, for people that got review copies, like, they would be the perfect group of people to just jump into the online as some sort of beta to test things out. Even if it's a small group of people, I mean, yeah, they have the bigger betas, but if they don't want to do a bigger beta, I think that would be the perfect time to do it. It's like, hey, you guys got your review copies, go online with the game.
Yeah, so we'll see there, and Nintendo, you know what, right now they're more of an evolving company than they've been in a very long time, so maybe they'll do it. Or maybe the fact is, because they did allow a beta with Tennis, Mario Tennis and stuff, so maybe they thought that was enough of what they needed. They thought maybe Mario Tennis was all the beta they really needed for Smash Brothers, because Mario Tennis has been constantly pumping out stuff. But regardless, the online is, I think, very good. I am thinking for the channel, I don't know how I'm going to do this yet, but I'm thinking I'm going to just set up an arena for the channel, and people can just come to it and do whatever, play whatever. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this yet. Maybe, and people can just jump in, jump out, or maybe I'll hold a tournament, because I have a Smash belt that I can give out.
And Ken, you're saying you needed to unlock Isabel?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pikachu line.
Oh, okay. Pikachu is my third character.
Yeah, so it goes Villager, Shulk, Rob, Mega Man, Isabel, Mr. Game & Watch, and then Pichu.
That's for make sure to tell Devin that too, because he's a Mr. Game and Watch person. Anybody
And I'm at Mega Man right now for unlocking, and he beat my butt.
Nice.
Yeah,
I've been getting my butt kicked too. Hey Nick, what's up, man? Just talking about Smash Brothers. We talked a little bit about the VGAs as well, but it's kind of just Smash Brothers, Smash Brothers, Smash Brothers. Hey, did you guys have any ring rust getting back into it? Because I'll tell you what, I suck. I suck now. Yeah, there's no other way to put it.
I forgot about jumping with the buttons instead of hitting up on the controller, and completely forgot that both X and Y are jump.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait, I'm jumping with Y and then trying to attack with A, and I'm like, all right, that's too much of a going from one side to the other with that. And I realized, oh, I could use X. That's a lot easier.
Yeah, no, I did have some rust at the tournament. I lost in the first round, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but it was just this weird tournament rule thing that just kind of got me. We were doing free-for-alls, but only the first place guy advanced, and I was like, oh, it would be cool if it was like top 2 or something. But it was.
How many people were in it?
I think collectively there was probably like maybe 12.
12, okay.
Not too terrible. The guy who won though is he rubs shoulders a lot with actually some of the pro guys in the area, so it's kind of a no-brainer that maybe if I played Smash for 8 hours a day, I would also be pretty good too. But
yeah, or just had played it nonstop for the last 20 years.
Yeah, which I have, but at a different caliber to what they do. Because, I mean, I've been playing Smash since 64, but it's really just casual to semi-serious.
I'm assuming this person's related to you, Yaya Castillo?
Yeah, Castillo. Yeah, that's my sister.
Oh,
okay.
Hey, sister. Feel free to subscribe. And speaking of which, we've hit 1,000. Thanks, Paradox, for bringing that up. Yep, got 1,000. Thank you guys. Thank you, everybody. I greatly appreciate you guys doing this. I was gonna do this channel. I was stuck at 192 for like 4 months, and I just kept doing the channel. There was a couple of moments where I was like, I was gonna quit, but I just kept doing it because I like doing it. I have fun, and the podcast, I forget. I wish I would have paid a little more attention. The podcast started though. I don't know. We started at when we had 400 subscribers and stuff. It was just a good time. So, but I'm excited. So everybody, thank you. I have a contest actually. I haven't focused too much on it, but I have a contest. It's in the description part. So if you guys haven't entered it, you better enter it now, because I'm going to run it, and it was basically I'm going to give away some games when I hit 1,000, and I'm going to figure out a new contest. The problem with contest is if I say right now, hey, I'll give away a Smash bundle, you guys would be like, oh wow, that's really cool, and I'm like, I'll give it away once I get to 1,500. Well, it'll take me 6 months, a year to get to 1,500, and by then you guys won't want that Smash bundle. So I got to figure out how to make it something. I know some of you will always want the Smash bundle, but I don't know. With contests on YouTube, you kind of wanted to make it very relevant. And the big guys like Spawn Wave, they are gonna, because of how big they are, they're always gonna get to that next tier relatively quick in a month. I need 10,000 people. I'll get there in a month. Me, because I'm so low, it'll take me a year to get to another 1,000 maybe, but who knows? You know what? I'm going to have fun on the journey regardless. But yeah, enter the contest below, guys, because I would hate for you guys to miss out on an opportunity, because I just want to give away free stuff to celebrate. I'm at 1,000, and you guys are the reason why. Thank you. What else about Smash Brothers? So about this Joker in Persona 5, I don't know much about Persona 5. Has anybody really who is this Joker? Can someone tell me?
He's the main character of the game.
Okay, why Persona 5 though? Is he in Persona 4, 3, 2, 1?
No, none of the games in the series have recurring characters, with the exception of I think his name's Igor. He's the man in the Velvet Room, which is this mystical place that you end up going to, where you're able to fuse personas and attach personas to yourself, and summon new personas, because there's this whole thing with characters have a persona. There's this being that they can also be, but the main characters of the games tend to be able to have more than one. So that's kind of where you have like your monsters and abilities in the series. And in the 5th one, it just happens to be that you're part of a group of phantom thieves. And there's a lot of like going into dream worlds and stuff for the characters.
Hey, Nick said, hey, Ken, I've been watching it over and over and I can't stop laughing. So during the podcast, don't run off the screen. LOL, LOL. Hey, guys, watch this. LOL. I'm not sure what he means by that. Nick, I don't know what you mean by that, but woohoo, go 1,000. So, I'm about to go get a coffee refill and check on my kids. I don't know what Nick's talking about. You got some like pictures of me that's gonna.
Ken, I told you the other day that I called the. This is so dumb.
Oh yeah. That's.
I called the campus police on some kids that were playing.
Wait, tell us the whole story.
All right, so I get to class and there's this guy with this switch pulled out, and I was like,
"What day is this?"
This was, let's see, today is Saturday, and it was Tuesday night. So yeah, Tuesday night, and this was before Smash released, and so I walk in and this guy's playing this, he's playing something on the Switch, not Smash though. And I was like, I just casually told him, "Hey, you excited for Smash?" He's like, "Heck yeah, I am." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then he's like, "Some guys are actually in Alumni Hall right now. They're playing Smash." And I stopped and I said, "I wonder how they're doing that." And then he got really nervous and he's like, they didn't specify." So automatically, I automatically knew that he was in it. He was in on it too. And I said, "Well, that's a shame because creator really spent, blood, sweat, and tears on this."
Yeah.
I was starting to get super, super defensive, and I was like, "Yeah, I hope their systems break and break on the first day because of that patch." And they're like, he's like, "Yeah, that'll show him." Like he was super jumpy, man.
That'll learn him.
He was super jumpy, and I was like, "Dude, you were in on it too." So during class, it just bothered me. I don't know. I was just like so disheveled.
He messaged me actually. David messaged me to say what was happening.
Ken knew what was going on real time, and I was like, "You know what? I'm just like this old man." I was like, "I'm gonna
get off my lawn."
Exactly. Old man yells at cloud, dude. I was like, okay, I'm gonna show these kids what's up, man. So I left class. I was in class, middle of class. The physics professor was like deep in like this theory problem, and I was like, you know what? I can't take this anymore. So I put on my coat and I go out there and I walk across campus, which is like literally like quarter of a mile, and I walk to Alumni Hall and I start hearing this laughter and these yelling and screaming, and I was like, okay, so I got to take visual proof of this, right? I can't just like willy-nilly call the cop. And I was like,
suddenly he's a detective here. We got a vigilante here.
Yeah, I'm like full on Batman at this mode because I'm like crawling across like around the building to where people can't see me. And they're just laughing, and I'm just like, it's like that SpongeBob meme where Squidward is looking outside and he sees SpongeBob and Patrick playing because they're so excited and they're having fun without him. And I'm just like, dude, I have a chip on my shoulder for some reason. And so I was like, I look up campus police number and I was like, what am I gonna say? What am I? These guys were playing Smash before the street day.
These guys are downloading illegal copies of games.
And so I wanted to approach it like that and say, these guys are playing illegal copies of games, but I don't know. I don't think they would have been like,
okay,
like
buddy, have a good day.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, hey, first of all, this is not an emergency. This isn't crazy.
Citizen alert.
So I had to make it to where I could kind of let the cop kind of coax them to kind of jump in and be like, okay, you guys shouldn't be doing this. So I said, these guys are playing. These guys are being super rowdy and offensive. There's about 6 of them, and they're playing illegal and explicit games. Is what I said. Because if they, if you're playing,
awesome.
if you're playing like Grand Theft Auto 5 in the middle of Alumni Hall where people are walking by, they could shut it down because it's not ideal.
Hot Pichu on Pichu action.
Oh man.
So I was kind of waiting around. It took them like 15 minutes to get there.
You waited too?
I waited, and I was like, this is going to be great. I'm going to take a picture of this cop getting on these kids. Like, it's going to show them. It's going to show them what's up, man. I'm doing this for Sakurai. So, cop gets there, and he just starts watching them play the game.
Oh.
He's standing there, and he just crosses his arms like he was super intrigued.
Maybe he's gathering evidence.
I was like, dude, please don't. It'd be funny if he like sat down next to them and started playing with them. But he goes up to the counter and he asks them if these guys are being offensive, and not if they're playing illegal games. Just if they're being offensive, because I said they were. And I guess they told him that they weren't, so he left. He just left.
The fact that the game's not out yet is offensive.
and the guys were just like laughing. They just kept laughing and playing and yelling and screaming, and I'm like, it's a shame, but I did my part.
Well, I'm proud of you, David, because you know what? When that first dude came to you and said, "Hey, they're playing Smash Brothers," and you started saying things to him, you said what you like. It's easy for me to make a video saying, "I hope everybody their system breaks," but you said it to someone's face, so you weren't a keyboard warrior.
I probably would have said something similar too.
I don't know what I would have said. I probably would have. Because my emotions probably would have gotten the better of me.
Yeah, but shame if something happened on the first day that they got bricked out.
Yeah, no, and then there was also a guy at the tournament that was spoiling the game by saying, "Hey, did you know that they, talking about the data mining?" He's like, "Hey, did you know that this is this and this and that?" And I just almost like, "Hey, dude, no spoilers, please. I'd really appreciate that." And he, just said, "Oh, sorry about that." So sometimes if you just kind of bluntly tell them that you prefer this or you don't prefer that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there is something you unlock later on after doing the whole story mode stuff, but you can get it early doing a certain thing. And I think I sent it to you.
Oh yeah,
the information on that.
I'm gonna try to do a video on it actually.
Yeah, and I've seen somebody else do a video that confirmed it. One certain amiibo unlocks a special shop.
What's the shop?
It's Timmy and Tommy's shop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Timmy and Tommy have a shop in but like, what do they sell?
They sell the spirits.
Oh, okay. Timmy and Tommy.
And sometimes they'll have like some rarer spirits in there, and they'll have discounts and stuff on them.
That's funny. Hey, okay, so I don't know because I didn't look at any of the spoilers, and I haven't looked at any of the spoilers even after. So from that leak, all the data miners and stuff. Was Joker part of that data mine?
No, which means it's likely that all those characters that were mentioned are false. They're red herrings, the way like Plusle and Minen were for was it Brawl that had them listed?
Awesome.
I think it was Brawl that had them listed. So all those characters may be false.
That's awesome news. That means I don't have to run away from leaks. Because if Joker was not in the data mined leak and he is the first announced, that means that, and again, I have not seen any leaks. If Banjo-Kazooie is in that leak, in the data mined leak, it doesn't matter. If they couldn't find the Joker,
do you want me to confirm or deny, or if he was in that leak or not?
I will have to step out if you guys get in this conversation.
That's why I asked.
Yeah, don't. I still don't want. I'm still not going to. But I'm just happy that the Joker was not data mined, because it means that Banjo-Kazooie, if he is in it, or anybody, because I have no idea, it means those could be fakes or red herrings, like you said.
Yeah, that I get what you're saying. Like it doesn't bring validity to those data mine leaks out there because there's a lot of leakers out there. I will say there's this one by the name of VergeBen, which kind of has been like 80 to 90% true on a lot of leaks. And I don't keep up with the post game leaks because I don't want to spoil myself. I love being surprised. I still want to I like the novelty of surprise ever since I was a kid. So and Smash is about that. I didn't know that you get Mr. Game and Watch. I didn't know that you get Me Too when I was a kid. Brawl was a different story because it did not have any DLC and everything was there up front. It was leaked. The ESRB leak obviously spoiled Smash 4 for me, but the DLC still surprised me except for Ryu because Ryu was leaked. So
I'm looking to see if I'm looking to find any information that he had to see if what his list was to the list I saw.
Pat Back Nitro says the data mine leak wasn't true, but someone did leak the Joker a while back.
Well, you could have 100 people all say 100 different characters, and somebody might be right about a character.
That's true. I mean, technically, I did say that Ken was going to be in Smash Brothers at one point, although I had also said in that same video, Banjo-Kazooie, Gino, and the Chorus Kids. So, you're going to get one or two right. A broken clock is right twice a day. So I'm happy for that at least. I'm glad Sakurai. I was worried that Sakurai wasn't going to have any surprises left in store. So no matter what, he at least got the Joker for us.
I'm surprised that he had something to give us this early. I didn't think that the Game Awards were going to give us a reveal character at all. So,
yeah, I thought it was going to be. I thought Reggie was going to say, and you can play it right now. That's what I thought it was going to be. I thought he was going to do a Metroid or Animal Crossing or Bayonetta 3 type of trailer because there were so many reveals happening. And then he was going to say, oh, and by the way, Smash Brothers, it's, that's happening a little later tonight if you bought yourself a physical copy. But if you happen to have a digital copy, you can go play it right this second. That's what I thought was going to happen. But, whatever. I waited another couple hours, and then, yeah, man, Smash Bros. Ultimate is such a good game. How's everybody in the chat feeling about it? Does anybody have any one way or another? I've played online. I haven't played as much Battle as I would like to, 1v1 or whatever, but I'm just unlocking characters right now. I find that I suck compared to how I used to be. And, yeah, my muscle memory, it's like I want to hit B for my jump, not X or Y, And I find myself off the cliff. I do jump, up B, or, I just fall thinking that I hit my third recovery jump, and I don't have that muscle memory. I don't know when we lost it or when I lost it.
Yeah, well, it's good that I've had my cousins by my side with Smash for over 20 years now because we've all evolved and become better as each game comes out, and it's no longer adequate to jump up B to back to a stage anymore. Now you have to worry about them like edge guarding, and so it's so much fun because worry about getting back on stage, but also worry about that he's not going to spike you in the process. Mm-hmm. So it's really, really fun. I think I have a picture of us playing 64 Smash and Melee Smash back in the day. So
I may have played maybe Brawl. I don't know. I played one of the early ones. Probably one on the GameCube. On the GameCube was the one that I had some friends I used to play some stuff with. That was one that cycled into what we were playing. But other than that, aside from Best Buy when they did the demo for the last game, I've rarely played with other people.
Me too. I'm the same way. Paradox says you can change the controls. That's interesting. I didn't know. No, Paradox.
I
didn't know that.
I was gonna check that earlier today,
but
I didn't get around to it.
So I need to check that out because maybe that'll help me. But yeah, William, kind of online with you. I'm a big Smash fan, but it was like I was in my 20s, like 24 to 27. It was Melee. Or 23 to 27. It was just Melee, nonstop, every day, every night, every weekend, nonstop at because my house was like a non-official bachelor / frat house. You know, we weren't in college, but we were just like, you know, people thought we were a frat house, and we had 4 people living there. All 4 of us like Smash Brothers, and then we had all these friends. We had all these friends who would come over to play, and it was smash. And then Brawl came out, and we wanted to get into it, but it was just a little too slow. And I think that kind of killed some of the momentum. We went back to Melee. And then, you know, 27, 28 hits, we're all going our separate ways to start our, you know, adult lives or whatever you want to say. And, you know, this person moves there because of a job. This person moves there. This person gets a girlfriend who doesn't let, you know, the boyfriend hang out with the guys anymore, and this and that. I get a job. I have to move to Texas. The Wii U version comes out. I'm really excited. But without that network of people around me, I kind of just didn't allow myself to get into Smash Wii U as much as I would have liked. And then, I don't know, this time around, I really, you know, I think I'm ready to do it on my own, I guess, or hopefully with the online being how it is, if I can set up this arena type thing, you know, I can just, with you guys, with the viewers, with everybody, I think that it's different this time with Ultimate than with Wii U, even though nothing has changed for my situation, with the exception of the fact that I have a YouTube channel now. Does that all make sense? But I'm definitely, like, I played, and I'm rusty as all get out. Plus, I have played online with my buddies from the Melee days. But, yeah, I'm rusty as all get out. I want to have a couple weeks. Otherwise, I'm going to be like, I just did 7 days of Smash videos. People probably think I'm, like, this obnoxious pro. No.
How is it playing with your Melee guys? Do you see it easily translate to Smash Ultimate?
Yeah. Other than the fact that I'm rusty, like I said, it was just like, and we actually used the Nintendo Voice app as well to play, so we could talk to each other, and I remember, like, I won the first match against my buddy. His nickname is Wolf, and I beat him, and Wolf was the top dog at our house. Like, I was, in our running circle, I was probably number 3 or 4 if we were to play on a consistent basis, I would be the 3rd or 4th best. And Wolf, though, was just another level good. If he could have probably been a pro if he had kept with it, you know, and practiced against pro players. So so it was always like something to celebrate if you beat him. And so I beat him our first match in like 15 years, so that was like a huge accomplishment for me. And then he's since beaten me like 10-1, you know. But I beat him the first time, and I'll talk so much smack to him now. And then my other friend Waddle, he jumps in, and this guy was like, okay, so if there's 20 of us, he's number 19, all right? And then he somehow beat us like 2 games in a row, and we were like, you've been sandbagging all these years. So, you know, it did translate. That fun, those memories that I had, it was memory lane last night playing that. And I'll tell you what, that's half of Nintendo right there, memory lane.
Yeah, I was it's just interesting, like, you know, you've got in your winners in your circle, you've got the people that are like super aggressive, like super fast in your face. You've got people that are more defensive, they kind of camp a little bit, they're at the edge. And then you've got the guy who's just like kind of doesn't follow any type of order, uses a lot of items, and so I know those archetypes and how they've translated over the years, and they still fit. They're still there's a cousin that we don't. It's the brother of the cousin that I play with now, but he hasn't really played. He didn't really play Brawl with us. He didn't really play Smash 4 with us. But every time he does play Smash, which is rare, he picks Fox, and he has a similar moveset. He's very, very aggressive, and it just kind of takes us back to when we were kids, with the stupid little inside jokes that we have every time we get on a certain stage with a certain character. It's just we actually remember specific matches. We remember specific matches where a certain clutch moment happened or a certain climactic moment happened, and it's just great because that's just going to stick with us until more Smash comes out in the future. So
yeah, I'm with you there. Like I said, we were talking, like, we got right back every memory. We were like, oh, remember Tom, how he used to, like, just Falco punch the crap out of us? And we laughing at that. And Tom was actually the second best player. And then, again, Waddle, the guy who never won, beats us 2 in a row, and we can laugh at how he's been sandbagging 19 years. Because I think of all the times I ever played, including yesterday, the dude, he's won 3 times. All right?
that's funny.
And so, it's just, and Wolf, I mean, look, I should show a picture of this guy. He's in like 13 bands. He's a bass player, whatever. He's like, I was playing this game at like 3 in the morning, and I felt like crying because it brought me back to the day. And that's how it was. And I'm talking to him, and Wolf, I'm gonna say he's one of my best friends, no matter what. But I rarely really just call up my old buddies and say, hey, how you doing? Now, the dude needs a lung. Well, actually, I'm probably not going to give it to him because he deserves it with how much he smokes. But if that dude needs $1,000, I'm going to wire it to him. But it's like Smash got us, me and him, to sit down and communicate. And then, after we won, we were like, so, how's the family? How's this? How's that? It got us together. And I just love it. I love it. And looking back, I didn't realize how much Smash Brothers meant to my life until this year build up to Ultimate. I didn't realize it. I had such fond memories connected to it, and it's like Zelda is gonna be my like just me memory, but Smash Brothers is like a communal memory, and I'm just like, man, I'm just so like, I'm really excited. I haven't been this, like, pumped for a game before, during, and now, like, a day later since Breath of the Wild. Just waking up in the morning and be like, I gotta go play a video game. and I need to go to sleep. I know I need to go to sleep. And then just one more game.
And that's actually what got us to stop playing last night, is that we all just collectively, I could have gone all night, because I'm so excited. But I think one cousin just kind of passed out. And so we're like, yeah, maybe it's time to call it a night. So.
Yeah. When you get older, it's like a little different. I'm 39, so I'm like, I'm going to go to bed. I'll stream at 7 in the morning instead of midnight.
And I'm surprised that you say that, Ken, about your friends. Like, I'm surprised that they, after 20 years, 15, 20 years, they still, like, the fact that they all have Switches with Smash now, like, it means that they've probably remained gamers this entire time, or unless they just get it every time Smash comes out.
They, I would say, are... Okay, Wolf is going to be, like, he's going to be playing video games no matter what, but he has a life, he's in bands, he has girlfriends, all right? So he's not, he's not me, but he has a nerdy side to him, and I think that's how I connected with him, but he's definitely one of the cool kids.
Yeah. All the people I hung out with were all gamers. Like, everyone I hung out in high school, even after high school, it's been all gamers. So, one of my best friends that lives up in Maine, he's a gamer through and through, just like I am. And he's messaging me all the time, are you picking this up? And, hey, did you hear about this coming out? and all that. In fact, he was messaging me earlier asking how to unlock all the characters faster.
Yeah, not when my circles. My circles were more just I'm the gamer, but they could get in on it. All my friends had Nintendos growing up, so it's like when I brought home the GameCube and put it, it's like, what can we play together? Boom, Mario Double Dash. Boom, Mario Tennis. Boom, Mario Soccer. And then the Wii, though, we were all together because, Wii Sports, as bad as the graphics are, that was a fun game to play with people.
Oh, yeah, man.
And so after that, though, we kind of, they stayed, they would get like a Nintendo and then they'd play maybe 1 or 2 games. But I think the Switch has really brought people back. That fringe group, the not casuals, not gamer, that in between a casual and a gamer. I think the Switch has really grabbed those people back.
Yeah.
And I see that's where a lot of my friends are. And again, because of our fond memories, our fondness of Smash Brothers and stuff.
Yeah.
And I noticed you can see the difference in the types of people that'll show up. Like if a store's doing a midnight release, people tend to think, oh, it's a Nintendo game, midnight release for it. It's going to be a bunch of kids. It wasn't. It was just your average group of people that showed up, picked up the game, chatting and having a good time.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because when I got to Best Buy, this guy looked like he had just, even though it was 10:30, almost 11, looked like this guy just got out of work.
Yeah.
He's still suit and tie.
I want to touch upon that also, but I'm gonna check on my kids real quick. Again, as this is the gamer society now of Nintendo. We have kids and we're 38 and stuff like that. So give me a second, guys.
Yeah,
keep talking.
And so he was there and he was kind of like just exhaling his last labor breath for the day, and he's just kind of hanging out in line, and I overhear him saying, yeah, man, I can't do the grindy stuff anymore, but stuff like Smash, this is what I really get into. And because people have lives, people are doing other things now. So
yeah, now my sleep schedule changed past few days because I got out of work on Thursday, go to bed at around 3:30, got up at 8:30 so I could get to GameStop around 9:30 or so, because I knew people that were going to be there, we were going to hang out. And I get the game at midnight, get home around 1 o'clock. I started playing, and at around 4 a.m. I have to start getting ready for work. So yeah, I stayed up from 8:30 till I think probably 8:30 last night. So I was up for like 24 hours because of picking the game up. I could have just waited for my Amazon order to come, but I'm like, nope, I'm going to cancel that and get it at GameStop.
So you got it midnight?
Got it at midnight.
Okay.
I got home, and there was already a couple of people on my friend list playing it when I got home too.
Yeah, everybody on my friend list is playing that game. So it's like, and I saw my friend send me a picture of his friends list, and it's like literally 12 people all say Smash Brothers on it. So
I don't even think I have 12 people on my list.
So I'm interested how sales are going to do.
I think it's doing pretty well.
I mean, I'm isn't it number 1 on Amazon right now?
I haven't looked. Let's see. Amazon. Let's look up Smash Brothers.
Yep, Smash Brothers number 1.
Oh, it's not showing up for me as that. Huh.
Black Ops is also top. Let's Go Pikachu is also top. Mario Party, Red Dead, Spider-Man.
And it's Amazon's choice too.
Yeah, this is really good news.
Well, it means that they're doing pretty. It means that Amazon's also, promoting Nintendo a little bit more because they weren't really doing that before.
I actually my dad's friends, big business guys. I had lunch with them, and yeah, I'm in school and I'm learning the things that they talk about, but sometimes it doesn't make me bat an eye, man. I don't want to talk about that on my free time. So what I do when we're at these dinners with these big guys is I hang out with their kids, man. So I successfully got these twin boys, man. I'll send you guys a picture later. These 8-year-old twin boys. I saw them playing Minecraft on their 3DS, and I just asked about Minecraft, and it was a rabbit hole. They're like, "Let me show you this world. Let me show you what I made over here." And we just talked about games for like 2 hours, and I successfully brainwashed them to ask their parents for Christmas the Smash bundle, and they're twins, so they're gonna fight, so they have to get two of them. And I
Good
saw.
man.
Oh no.
I saw their dad for the first time since then on Thursday night or Wednesday night, and he's like, "I hate you. You owe me 2 Smash bundles now, and now you owe me several games each." Because I told him about Pikachu. I told him about Pikachu. I told him about Mario Odyssey, Zelda. I'm not. I never say that a game is too mature for a kid, other than the obvious GTA, whatever. But I still think if you're like, it's a different case for me because when I was 8 years old, I learned how to read by playing. I learned how to read English by playing Ocarina of Time. But I don't know if it would have the same effect on a kid today, especially. Well, I take that back. It probably will, but on certain kids, their attention span, they cater more towards like something that's kind of flashing in their eyes and stuff. I don't know if they would properly soak in a game like Breath of the Wild. Just what do you guys think about that? Do you think it's too much of a daunting task for an 8-year-old to properly take in Breath of the Wild?
I think it depends on the 8-year-old.
Yeah, it all
There's
depends.
some people that their kids are pretty spot on with doing stuff like that.
It's hard. Like, I don't know if my kid would appreciate Ocarina. I mean, they do in one sense, and like they kids nowadays, they just want to watch. They just want to watch, and they'll get like really excited. They'll watch through the boring stuff. If you read it to them, and then they'll get like, whoa, when Ganon turns into his warthog, But to play it by yourself, I don't know. Is Ocarina of Time an 8-year-old game? It seems more of a it seems like a 10 or 12-year-old game to me.
Yeah.
You might have just been a little more advanced in regards to that. But like I think the main drawback of kids these days playing video games is it's a little maybe too easy or like Super Mario, and I know this because I made my kid play it, and I'm just like, this is actually a really difficult game because it's like you have to beat all the boards. You die 3 times, you start all the way over, and so then you have to play 7 boards again or 4 boards again just to get to that same moment where you die. And in that moment that you're dying on a platform, you basically have to die a couple times in order to really figure it out.
Well,
and so
yeah.
that kind of attention span with cell phone games, cell phone apps, because parents nowadays are like, why should I buy $100 or $200 console when I can get a free game? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think the main thing about kids these days is really how their parents perceive a video game.
Yeah, it's very circumstantial. I get that, but if we get really deep in this conversation, I think I could kind of dissect it a little bit more. So can the games that you are curating for, let's say, your boys, they're both boys, right? They're lucky, I would say. They've got a cool dad who's got this like catalog of taste. You've eaten crow for, a certain portion of your life, but now you're eating filet mignon every day. You know what I mean?
Wrapped in bacon.
And you can pass it down to the boys and be like, okay, guys, so this is an action adventure game. This is a role playing game. This is a this and that, and you kind of preface it. Um, I didn't really have that. My dad's knowledge of video games was like the Madden football on the Sega
Uh,
Master System, and my mom, she, my uncle, her brother, where I first played Super Mario World on the SNES. That's really what she grew up playing. She didn't get into video games until I was really into it, and we got into it. We were playing together and stuff. But so it was kind of like I fell on this on my own kind of thing.
yeah,
Not playing video games, but really playing like very attention heavy games like because I was let's see Ocarina came out in what 97. I was
98.
six I was 7 years old, first grade, learning how to read. I didn't speak English, I spoke Spanish. Spanish was my first language. And my mom did something genius, my dad to do, where they wanted to keep Spanish in our family, so they taught me Spanish. They taught me how to learn, write, and read Spanish, and speak it. And they let the school system, because kids are sponges, they learn so fast. They let the school system teach me English because they knew, and my parents speak fluent English. That wasn't a problem, but they knew that school, I was just going to pick it up so quickly. But they also got me an N64 at the time, and everything's in English, right? So Ocarina of Time is, there's a lot of cool action in there, a lot of storytelling elements, but there's a lot of dialogue too.
Yeah, the dialogue. You don't really understand why you're helping rock eating monsters unless you read.
Right. And so, when you get to that owl part, I forgot his name, the owl that talks forever. You have no you have no other prerogative but to read what he's saying. And so you start learning about plot, you start learning about story and meaning, and that this little guy from the Kokiri forest is like trying to save the princess. Um, that's just you start learning about a larger than life type scenario, and that sticks with you. Me playing Ocarina of Time is literally going to be one of my favorite moments of all time when it comes to games. It got me into heavily into drawing my characters, and I do art now. My as a hobby, but it's just crazy how back then you get so entranced in a game, and then it's just this rabbit hole. You played Ocarina of Time, now you want to play Mario 64, and now you want to play uh, JRPGs on the PS1, and it's just this one thing after the other. Now, yeah, you have the internet and you have these things in your face, but I feel like the curated joy of a kid going into like a Toys R Us and picking out this game and taking a chance with it and just having this random rabbit hole maybe squandered a little bit. Now it's like you got this YouTube commercial and it says get this app now, you could play Minecraft on your phone or whatever. And it's a different approach. And so I feel like maybe getting curated gamers this early might be few and far between, I think, for the future.
Yeah, it's gonna be harder. There will always be some. Like I have a friend, he's 19 years old, but kind of what you were saying earlier about how yeah, you can hang with the adults at a conversation, but you'd rather be sitting at the kiddie table at Thanksgiving because that's the conversations I want to have. I want to talk like I don't want to talk to my boss when I'm outside of work. I want to talk to his kid because we kind of have the same interests. And
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten so many people, friends, colleagues, and kids to buy Switches as well. I went to a count. I'm like, all right, how if I can just get one person to buy a Nintendo system, I'll be happy. And I've actually gotten like 5 people this time around so far. But anyways, and not including like the doubles that I got. But I have a friend. He's actually I did a video with him. If you go back and watch one of my videos, it's like 6 months ago where he opens a Paper Mario GameCube Black Edition or Black Label. He opens it for the first time ever with me, and I'm just in pain because I'm watching him open a sealed GameCube game. And but I got to talking to him when he was like we became friends when he was like 14 or something, because I'm at my work, and at my work you can have volunteers. Okay, we can just have, there's volunteers. And so my boss is like, hey, can my kid volunteer with you? And to me, at first, I'm just like, crap, I don't want that. I don't want to have this kid volunteer with me, but whatever. I'm not going to say no to my boss. Oh, yeah, whatever. He can volunteer with me. And so for like the first 2 or 3 weeks, I'm just kind of showing him the ropes. I'm not doing anything big or whatever. And I'm not really talking to him because I don't have it. I wasn't in that mindset really at that point. And then one day, I have some time off or some free time. I'm just Googling Mario. I don't know why I'm Googling Mario, but I'm Googling Mario. I'm looking for a game that I wanted. I think it was Sunshine. I wanted to pick up a copy of Sunshine. That's what it was. And then he looks over my shoulder and says, what are you Googling? And I'm like, crap. I got to explain to this 14-year-old kid that I still play video games and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, this was a game that I used to. He's like, yeah, that's my favorite Mario game. And I'm like, what? And I was like, that's your favorite Mario game? Mario Sunshine? I was like, he's like, yeah. It's like, it's almost as good as, and I was like, holy crap. And so then I just started feeling him out, and boom, we struck up. The dude became like my best friend in Texas.
Instant best friend.
Huh?
Instant best friend.
Instant best friend. From that point on, in fact, yesterday I texted him. We texted each other Happy Smash Day. The kid is like, he is like crazy good at Smash Brothers too. And he got involved. His parents weren't video gamers, but his dad would allow him to only play E for Everyone games. So his dad bought him a GameCube, got him games, and he just kept on going. And his dad wouldn't let him have too many friends for, I don't know why. I mean, I'm not saying that his dad was a bad guy or anything like that, but like he just didn't have a lot of friends, and so he was just like video games. He used his love of Pokemon to learn how to better read, like you, although English is his only language. And it was just so they're out there, and he can, like, he hangs with me when we talk Nintendo and stuff. I tell him a lot of new stuff. I tell him a lot of the old stuff. He tells me a lot of the new stuff. Like, he's a really big Metal Gear fan, so he was able to break the series down for me and stuff like that. And he likes Fortnite, but it's like they're out there. That kind of gaming is out there, but it is going to be hard and few between if the parent doesn't like video games. Now, thankfully, a lot of parents do like video games nowadays, but, I mean, if they're just mainly, I hate to say this, but if their main console is a PS4, that might not be the type of gamer we're talking about.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And you're right. Right now at the forefront, you got like Minecraft, which is not a bad game. I think it's actually a very educational game.
I like that game.
You got Fortnite, and Fortnite lacks in story, but I think it lets its terrain tell story with all these different manipulations of the land and what they get rid of and they bring in. And I'm a sucker for art direction and UI design, and Fortnite has all the above. They have a really cool UI design, and they also have a really good art direction. I think it's very dismissive to say that it's a kiddie game compared to PUBG, which, the art, it's just art. Art direction is different, but the shooting mechanic the mechanics of shooting and fighting is still pretty much the same, albeit a little bit different. But
I don't think Fortnite is a bad game. I think, though, that I would like for some of those Fortnite players to pick up an RPG, though. Also, just broaden your taste, broaden your horizon. Don't only watch horror movies. Don't only watch comedies. Video games is a genre that really should be explored, especially as a medium. It's like we're in kind of we've been in the age, or we're about to we're getting into the age where video games is going to be a solid story. Like the Stranger Things guys at the Video Game Awards announced a video game for Stranger Things, and it might be canon in regards to their series. And I think that's what I would like to see a little more of, I guess. Because Fortnite, even though it's not for me, I can see why it would be fun. Man, if I could beat 99 other people, I would be thrilled. I would be thrilled. What?
Nothing. I'm just trying not to laugh right now.
Why is your cousin saying something bugging you?
Yeah, my cousins are in here having fun.
Hey, cousins, make him laugh. Just do whatever you gotta do. See if
He
you can get
said
him to
hi,
crack.
by the way. What's up? They're just staring at me because they don't want to jump in the podcast.
I said you guys could jump in. Like I said, hey, get him. We can trade in and out. What are you guys'? Get one of them on. I want to hear I want to hear what they think about Smash Brothers. Come on, guys.
Hey, Ken wants to know what you think about Smash Brothers. He wants you to come say who your main is.
Tell me about Smash Brothers. Who got beat by Isabel?
He also wants to know who got laid out by Isabel last night. Was it you and Pico?
I didn't get laid out. But I laid you out with her.
PG show. PG show. All right. Do you got to go, David? Because are they gonna harass you the whole time?
Probably, yeah.
If you need to go, you can, Bart, or they can just jump in with you.
I was trying to get my wife to jump on, but she wouldn't do it.
I think I'm gonna do a review with my wife because my wife was actually really impressed with how much solo mode was in on this. She was like, "Wow, I thought this was just a fighting game." And do you guys, David or William, do you guys want to set up an arena later? Maybe we could battle some.
Yeah,
if I've got the time to. Yeah.
If I get a chance, I'm down.
I can. You'll see how bad I am.
I can get you guys in there too.
Yeah, I'm really rusty, especially against real opponents.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how good are you right now, William?
I'm just gonna go average.
So 5.
Right around a 5, I guess.
Yeah, I want to say I'm a 4. I'm just gonna go below you because I think I suck right now. I still don't understand how parents can. Yeah, I don't want to be that. Like, I don't want to be that guy that says parents. I don't understand how parents can. But yeah, I'm with you, Paul. I don't understand.
I've seen it. I've seen it attempted. I've been in a GameStop when a parent has gone up to the counter and asked for Grand Theft Auto, and the kid is right there, and the employee is explaining to the parent what's in the game, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's fine," and they're like, "Oh, and there's a scene where you have to torture somebody to get information, and it's very graphic," and they look at the kid and go, "You're not getting this."
Well, good.
No, everything else was fine. The drinking, the language, the use of the N-word. Oh, but the torture, no way.
Oh, it's the torture. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, all of that stuff. I'm just like, I am sure Grand Theft Auto is a high quality game. I can tell.
Oh, it's fantastic. I really hate the use of the N-word in the game, and it's like just all the depth to it, like the amount of detail they put into it. It's a fantastic game.
Yeah, I bet it is a fantastic game, but it's not my game. I don't like being the protagonist, or I don't like the protagonist being just a drug lord or whatever. And that's just me, though. I understand why some people, that friend that I said was that 19-year-old that I was speaking very highly of, he plays that, and he's told me, I asked him, I was like, why do you like that? He's like, I don't know, maybe I just get out all my violent tendencies in that game instead of the real world. And I'm like, all right, well, whatever. But it's Rocksteady, or Rockstar, they're going to do great games, period. And that's why I was happy when Red Dead came out, because I was able to then get my Grand Theft Auto fix in Red Dead Redemption, just in the Old West. And same with L.A. Noire. I was able to get my graphic adult themes video game from Rockstar in my L.A. Noire. Because, you know what? I'll torture someone if I'm a cop, but I won't torture someone if I'm a drug lord.
Yeah, we were talking on one of the message boards I'm on about what should be the next Grand Theft Auto.
Uh-huh.
And, it's going to be number 6. So the VI could be Vice City. Just tie it into the numbering. But then I also said they haven't done England in a while. They haven't done England in a while. They should do it in the 70s, and your main character is a guy from the punk rock scene.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. They went backwards. I never thought of that, too. They could go backwards.
Was David streaming? Was David streaming Coco there?
I tell you guys, this is why I can't do a podcast when my cousins are here and they're all dancing. Right now, you can't see them. They're like wearing like different colored blankets over them, so they look like the ice climbers.
Oh, come on.
People in here with a rock.
Turn that around. Turn that around.
Look at that. Nice. That's Nana and Popo right there.
Hey, Nana. Hey, Popo. That's awesome. Is that their main? The ice climbers?
No, one of them is Game & Watch and the other one is Sonic.
Game & Watch. Ask him why Game & Watch, because he's kind of a weak character. Like, he gets nailed and he's just like flying off. Why Game & Watch?
He wants to know why Game & Watch, Pedro.
Don't let anybody out with that sea helmet.
Because he says that his up A is like killer, man.
Is that the one that does like?
It's the
that has a
it's the subnautical like swimmer guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like the headbutt.
Yeah, and then his recovery is super annoying because he uses the parachute to get back on stage, and he kind of glides, and I can never hit him when he's doing that. So he's just kind of like taunting me as he's like going like this, and I'm over here trying to do like 50 combos trying to get him, and it's so.
And he's just a fun character too because of the history of who he is as well.
Yeah. I like Peach kind of the same reason that like she just glides. I'm just like gliding across the stage, left and right, as this huge battle's going on. I'm a total sandbagger in that game, and then I just try to come in right at the end, or I'm Samus. I'm charging up. Like, I get killed, I jump down really quick so I'm invincible, and I just start charging. I'm, like, right in the middle charging invincible. And then people come at me, I'm running away.
Yeah, my sister's the same as Maine, so it's funny because she rarely plays, but it seems like she goes back to her rudimentary days of playing, when we were little, playing Samus. It was always charge or B shot.
Yep.
And just, like, up smash, so...
Yeah, I need to, like, me and your sister might be equals.
And then I have another little sister who, actually, surprisingly, yesterday was her first time playing, but she picked it up so fast.
Oh, man, I hate the first-time players that just win.
Yeah,
she was like an idiot.
She was beating the older sister that grew up playing with Samus. She just, like, she picked Mario or something and just like, jumping around like no other. I didn't even have to tell her about up B.
Yeah, I was trying to get my wife in on it and getting into the. I was trying to get my wife into the mechanics of it. I was playing 2-player classic mode because you can play 2-player classic mode, and it was just too much for her. So I was like, okay, let's do this. And I found a really good way to teach someone how to play this game. Go to the 100-man battle. What is it? The 100-man battle royal or whatever, and just have them play there. Because you think, what? You want this noob to play 100 people? Well, the 100 people that are coming are so weak that you can almost hit them once and they'll fly off the stage. And they're dumb also. It's like they're just walking around aimlessly. And over time, they eventually kill you. But my wife was able to actually practice a lot of moves on moving targets by doing that. I'm like, try up A, try up B. Try this, that. So if any noobs out there, that's I think a good tip. Play the 100-person.
It's fun because the cool thing about Smash 4, I don't know about Ultimate, but you can do multi-man melee or those type of recreational modes with a friend now. So you could try to do. My cousin and I tried to play Cruel Melee a few weeks ago, and we still got slapped around. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that's what. There's a Cruel Melee. Is Cruel Melee just when they're actually hard, or is it still just nonstop?
It's just so you're easy to launch. They each move inflicts more damage than usual. And it's just so hard because like 5 approach you at the same time, and then like one will combo off the other. Mm-hmm. So like one will knock you to the right, and the other guy's ready to spike you. So it's like,
gotcha.
Yeah.
So what would you recommend, David and William, for a new player? Someone who, because like Riley, one of our longtime viewers, he doesn't play. I don't think he's ever really played a Smash Brothers game. I can't remember. I know he played an hour or something at a friend's house once, but this is his first time really getting into it. What would you say to Riley on how he should quickly become an average player, from a noob to an average?
It sounds cliche, but just play. If you have people around you, if you could get 4 people, it's kind of tough this day and age to get couch co-op. But if you can get 4 people,
to get 4.
I think it's like ideal to play Smash, because we had up to 4 guys yesterday. I was ready to have more because I have 2 adapters, but it's just crazy because even the players that are like super good, it's anybody's game because you've got items on and you're just kind of playing for fun. So
and find a character that you like too.
Yeah.
And find a character, and then get used to using that character.
Now, when you say like, do you mean, I personally really like Link in my life, but I don't like Link to play as Smash Bros. What are you saying by like?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, like, if somebody's just trying it out for the first time, like with you, like, you know the series and you know, like, you're a gamer through and through, but you've tried the character you love and you just don't really quite like the way the character plays. But you might find that somebody that sees a character they really like, they're going to get used to him. Mm-hmm. And if they can get used to a character that doesn't really play as well as another one, they're probably going to be better at characters that are a little easier to play.
Yeah, I kind of know what you're saying. Like, I tried. At first, I was Link, and I wasn't that good with him. And I tried this, I tried that. And over time, I just experimented then. After I got the mechanics down, I started experimenting. It was like, if I had played, let's just say I played Melee for 4 years, it was probably a year and a half before I figured out who my main was. Peach. That's when I started, like, you know what? I'm only going to be Peach now. I tried a lot of people, and it wasn't until Peach that I really found my groove. So, I could say that a quarter of my Melee experience, I was not playing my main. So don't rule someone out.
I really want to get used to Bowser, but I just feel he's too slow for me.
That's one of the reasons why I'm not being... I really like Simon, but he just might... I don't know if he's just a little too slow for me, or if his recovery up jump is not good enough for me, because that's the only problem. Like, if he would have used his whip as his recovery, I'd probably main him.
I think you can, Ken. I think you can. He's got a tether. If you use your Z move, like Samus, the Z button, and she uses her power grab to get back on the stage, you could do the same thing with Simon.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Luigi, you can't. They didn't do that with the Poltergust.
Mm-hmm.
Of course you can't do it with Luigi. Luigi gets nothing. Except for death. I might have to try that, because I really like him. The only 2 things I could say was, like, he's half a step too slow, which you can get over. And the recovery is something that you can get over also, but I don't know. I'm kind of slow.
Yeah, and I know, William, you mentioned Bowser's too slow, but I think I find him, and my cousins do, they find him a lot faster than the past iterations. I think he keeps getting faster with each game, and I think
it's probably just not used to how he moves.
Yeah,
he's also probably one of the other reasons.
He's a big juggernaut. He's kind of a big, massive tank, but it's kind of menacing how fast he can get for a big guy.
There you go, man. You might want to try him out again.
Yeah, but I'm probably just not used to doing a lot of the running with the characters. That's probably part of what it is.
Yeah, Ken, it's funny you say that about, you're a big Zelda fan, but you don't really main Link. Kirby's my favorite Nintendo character, as many know, but and I play with him a lot, and probably only when I get serious. But I love playing other characters just to kind of try all the flavors of ice cream before I know what I like. So,
I'm definitely trying out all the different characters as I'm unlocking characters.
I've been playing a lot with Daisy. I think Daisy was going to be whenever she was announced as an Echo, I was like, this is going to fit like a glove, and it did. I love Daisy. I love playing Daisy in Mario Strikers, the soccer game. And I love playing Daisy in the sports games because she's got this like spunky attitude.
That reminds me, I have to look something up
justice for Waluigi.
And my cousins and I, we laugh because Waluigi comes out as an assist trophy. He came out like 5 times last night,
I haven't
and
seen
he's
it yet.
he's relentless, dude. He just like kicks you into the ground and then like hits you with the tennis racket.
So could you say Waluigi's a little bitter, maybe?
Very. It's apparent. He's got a chip on his shoulder.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I need to. Have you played Peach yet? I'm wondering, is there a difference between Peach and Daisy?
I think Daisy's turnip game is a little bit slower.
I gotta figure out the turnips because so I say I'm a main with Peach and this, but then I see some other people be her, and I don't recommend watching pro players only because it makes you feel like a total loser. But
it makes me wonder how the heck they're even doing some of the stuff they're doing.
Yeah, it's like I see what they do with that turnip. It's like they throw, they catch, they throw, they catch, they throw it up in the air, they butt bounce you, it hits you, fall off, you fly off the screen. I'm like, I just pick it up and throw it. It's like, what in the world? Or they pick one up, throw it in the air, pick another, throw it, grab it, throw it, butt bump. What?
All right. I don't think it's online yet. I was trying to find an 8-player, everyone's Daisy, and as soon as the match starts, it's just everyone going, "I am Daisy, I am Daisy, I am Daisy."
Oh man, have you seen that or?
That's what I was looking for.
Okay,
that's what I was just looking for. I looked at Smash Ultimate 8-player Daisy, and nothing like that comes up.
All right, we got ourselves a guest.
What's up, man?
What's up?
Hey.
How are you? What's your name, bud?
I'm Pedro, man.
Pedro?
I'm David's
Hey.
cousin.
Pedro, welcome to the channel. Who's your Smash main?
Mr. Game & Watch. That's my guy, man.
You're the
Nice.
Game & Watch guy. Okay, so why Game & Watch? Because to me, he seems like he could fly off the stage just
You
a
wanna get
little
on it
too
too?
easy.
I don't know. I feel like I can control him real good.
Okay,
That's honestly my best guy.
right.
I can get other guys, but I don't know. I just feel more comfortable, with Mr. Game & Watch.
How long did it take you to actually figure out that Game & Watch was your guy?
Probably like a couple of matches.
Come on, matches, okay. And have you been Game & Watch since the GameCube, or is it just an Ultimate thing right now?
No, what Brawl, right?
Melee.
Melee, yeah, Melee. Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah,
Melee.
actually,
So you've been
20
Melee.
years now.
Yeah, dude, that's. Do you have any of his old games? Did you ever go back like, oh man, I better find out if he has good games or anything?
No, man. I actually haven't, man. But
Okay, David, you know what
I've been
to get him
meaning
for
to collect
Christmas
some of those. I want to pick up some of the older games, but I haven't looked into how much they're going to cost.
y'all gotta watch out for David though, because I play him on some matches, and I beat him, and he gets real mad.
now. Oh, does he have?
He gets
Cold,
mad.
innocent David here has a mean streak.
He gets mad to where he doesn't talk to me, so I have to let him beat me. And then when I let him beat me, he gets mad because I'm letting him.
Oh man, Pedro, if you can like get someone to get a cell phone video of that, I would really appreciate that, and we could just air it.
Yeah, man, you should have seen him yesterday. He was mad. I don't know. I was winning left and right yesterday. I was winning them all these players, and he couldn't even tell me thank you.
Come on, David, you're ungrateful. Just say thank you. He's saving you time.
Yeah, man.
But Pedro, thanks for joining us today. Hey man, get my friend code because I want to do some
Say who your favorite character is.
I want to get some. I'm gonna start an arena or something in the future. And we can all jump in and play whenever. We'll always have a place to go where we can have fun and just hang out. And I don't want to cause any rifts between you and David though if you're just doing too much.
No, man, it's good, man. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, so I'll set that up. Maybe later today we can play.
Yeah, bro.
All right. What's your cousin's? Your other
Yeah,
cousins,
he wants to know who yours is, bro. Give him
This
the
is
headphones.
Tico.
Let's see what his main is. All right, we got another guest on the show today. This is the Castillo clan. What's up, my man? How are you?
What's going on, bro?
Hey, not much. My name is Ken. That's William down there in the yellow shirt. What's your name,
How y'all
man?
doing?
We're good.
I'm Robert.
Robert?
They call me Tico though. That's
Tico?
been my nickname since I've been a kid.
Okay, I'll call you Tico too then, okay? Who is your main?
Sonic.
Sonic. Okay,
Yeah.
so obviously you haven't been Sonic since Melee, but have you been Sonic since Brawl?
Yeah,
Okay,
since
so
I first played it with David.
All right, why Sonic?
I don't know, man. I think he's fast and he does, I like his moves. I don't know the name of the moves. I'm not, familiar with all the
You're not a
names and
nerd
stuff,
like
but
David?
yeah, I mean I've played it since since Super Smash Bros. First came out, but I just I don't know the all the
What?
moves and stuff.
Why did you jump? Okay, so David says you guys been playing since Melee. So if you've been playing since Melee, Sonic wasn't around. Why did you then say, you know what, I'm done with my Melee character and I'm going to be Sonic from now on?
Well, to be honest, I mean, when my mom first bought me the GameCube, she bought me the one that came with Melee.
Uh-huh.
But
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah, but I've never been I guess a game fan till I would hang out with David. I would only play with
Gotcha.
when
So
I
he
come
drew
around
you in. I
David's
can
house
see
and
that.
stuff. Yeah.
Because that's what the Smash Brothers, that's what I did with a lot of my friends as well. I was able to draw them in, but then when I wasn't around, they kind of weren't playing as well. So what's your take of Ultimate? Is it the Ultimate? Is it the best one so far, or what are you thinking?
It's good, man. I like it. It's something that I want to get because I have a Switch myself.
Okay.
And I think it's one of the best ones, man.
So you are going to pick this up then?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have any complaints from a not huge fan maybe of Smash Bros? Do you have any complaints that you're seeing like, yeah, I didn't like this?
Not really, man. Except for my loss against Isabel.
Oh, you're the guy. You're the guy. Talk to me about Isabel. What is Isabel like when she was just coming at you?
Okay, yeah, she got me, man.
We jinxed you.
These guys were like, bro, you better win. You better not lose. It's your first one that you're about to fight. And I had just beat them. I forgot who I used.
Bowser.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got pretty good with Bowser too. I get second place and first place here and there. I'm usually the one that comes in third.
Yeah, okay, tell me about that. How does it feel to actually beat the pros around you? You're the noob, you're the worst, and you beat them. Tell me that feeling.
Yeah. No, it's a good feeling, man, to see them kind of mad about that.
Yes, I love it.
No, but back to Isabel. So she beat me up, and then I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna use her, and I used her for the first time, and I beat these guys. So.
Yeah. Is Sonic about to lose his main?
He might, man.
Oh,
he
man.
might.
Oh man, Isabel, cute little innocent, vicious Isabel. All right, man. Well, I told what
Pedro.
his name?
Pete.
I told him that I would get my friend code. I'm gonna set up an arena or something, and I might just let that arena just be, I don't even know, just running all the time. And then that way maybe many of us can just come together whenever we feel like, you never know. You might be playing me. You might be playing William one day.
Yeah,
so get the friend code and all that stuff.
All right, man.
All right, thanks for joining. We're about to close it out. So if you give David back the headset, I'll just close out. But I appreciate you guys. I want to play you also. I want to see this new Isabel.
I'm gonna learn all her moves.
Learn it all, man, and I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
I'm Peach though, so it'll be battle of the sweethearts.
Okay, man. All right, it was nice video, man. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you for joining. Tell your other cousin thank you also.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we got about a minute left. Thanks, David, for talking those guys into it. I love that. Not planned at all. Those guys next. They can take your spot anytime. Let us know.
I'm gonna be out of a job, man.
William, we got about a minute left. Can you do you have anything you want to add real quick?
I just wanted to say, did you guys pick up the amiibo that came out yesterday? Because I grabbed all 3 for the Smash and the Splatoon pack that came out.
I saw the Splatoon pack, but I didn't. Yeah.
I have them, but I haven't. I have them at Best Buy. I didn't want them shipped to me because I didn't want the boxes ruined. So I said, I'll do a pickup.
Oh, the pickups, they're putting the stickers right over the tops of them at my store.
Oh, great. Looks like that backfired.
I managed to get the sticker off of it, though. So
okay, well, that backfired on me, but I'll see how that is. But I want the amiibos. I'm going to get the amiibos, but I don't have them in possession right now.
They've also changed the packaging of the re-releases as well.
Yes.
They got the Japanese name underneath the English name.
Yep, so you'll know for sure if you're getting a Switch print of the re-releases, and that's not a big deal. They've always been region free, but if you are one of those collectors,
inbox collectors, and they're gonna have a pain in it, but try to find all of them.
I'm definitely one of them. I know sometimes it's like a dirty word, inbox collector. I'm definitely one of them when it comes to the Zelda amiibos. Not so much the others at this point, but whatever, because I bought them used. How about you, David, or David's cousins? Anything left to say?
As far as amiibos go?
No, anything in general.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate being on the show, of course, and letting my cousins chime in. I appreciate you being a good sport and not being weird about it. So.
Oh no, that was fun. I love it. They come on anytime. But I'm serious about giving my Switch friend code and stuff. It's actually in the comments below. Everybody friend me, and I'll just look every once in a while for a battle arena. It'll either be MO Kids or Bacon Fun. Don't ask.
Yeah, definitely.
And guys, so I'm going to close it out. Interrupt me if you have something to say, but we are 1 minute to 2 minutes over time. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We'll probably even talk more Smash Brothers. I'm sorry we didn't talk about anything else this week. I'm sorry that my channel has been just Smash Brothers. I know not everybody likes Smash Brothers, but I definitely do. And I just wanted to celebrate. To me, Smash Brothers is just an amalgamation of video game history even. So, guys, it's dangerous to go alone. Please share this video, this channel with a friend. We'll see you next week, 11 Eastern Standard Time. We won't just talk Smash Brothers. And everyone, thank you again for helping me get to 1,000 subscribers. That's a big, big deal. Join the contest, and I'll give away some games this week. Have a great day.